Today we're going to be making traditional Cornish pasties, which can only contain beef, potatoes, onion, swede, and that is it. It's a really nice dish for this time of year. It's hearty enough to stand up to slightly chilly weather, but it's portable enough that you can take it on a spring walk. For the pastry, we've got strong bread flour, which produces a really nice robust pastry, and we're also going to use lard and a little bit of margarine, which makes it a little bit more pliable, and salt just to season and some water to bring it together. In the pasty, we've got beef skirt, which is really important for this dish. Go to a good butcher or bigger supermarkets might have it. It's got lots of flavour. And then we've got waxy potatoes, which won't fall apart in the cooking, swede, onion, and then we've just got a little bit of Cornish clotted cream to go on top, just to make it nice and rich. Then we've just got an egg to give them a lovely golden colour. I'm going to make my pastry in a food processor because it's really quick, but you can also do it by hand. Put the flour into the food processor along with the lard and the margarine and the salt to season, and just whiz it until you have a mixture that looks a little bit like breadcrumbs. Then add just enough water to bring it together into a dough, probably about 175 millilitres. So that's probably about right. So now just take that out of there, and we're going to wrap it in cling film, or you could use baking paper, and chill it in the fridge for about 2 hours. Now we're going to prepare the filling. We're going to chop the beef, the potatoes, the onion and the swede into roughly equal sized pieces. Because Cornish pasties don't have any herbs or spices in, do make sure to put lots of seasoning in, and then just toss it all together so it's nicely mixed. So this is probably a good time to preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Lightly flour the surface. Pastry's nice and cold because it's been resting in the fridge for 2 hours. We're going to roll it out to a thickness of about ½ centimetre. Now we're ready to start cutting out the pasties. I'm going to use a plate of about the right size. Just take your plate, it's very simple, and cut round it. There we are, there's one pasty. And then just roll out the rest, reflour the work surface if you need to. Now we're ready to fill the pasties, so get your meat and vegetable mixture and the egg, and we're going to make an egg wash with this. Beat it together, add a little bit of water as well. There we are. Take your circles of pastry, just spoon the mixture into it. Don't overfill it because it's going to be really difficult for you then to close it and it might come open in the oven. You can also add a dollop of Cornish clotted cream or butter to the top of the pasties. It's optional, but I think it really does give a nice richness. Then to seal the pastry, we're just going to brush round the edges with some egg wash. Just go around the edge, fold two sides together and press. So it's nice and tight. At this point, if you're an experienced pasty maker, you can also do special crimping. I am an amateur at the crimping. I'll give it a go, but it's something that I think only comes with years of experience. So just twist the top between your thumb and forefinger just to make a sort of scallop edge. Another thing you could do is use the tines of a fork just to make a kind of standard pattern on the edge, which also looks quite pretty. Put your pasties on a lightly greased baking tray just so they don't stick. Then brush them with more of the egg wash. This is just to give them a really nice golden top, and then just cut a small hole in the top of each of them just to let the steam escape, and then they're ready to go in the oven. The pasties should be ready to go. Wow, got a lovely golden colour. Smell absolutely delicious. Just a moment of truth. A nice firm pastry, as is traditional. There we are, 2 homemade Cornish pasties.